everyone. Welcome to this beauty blog, Skinterview. I'm your host, Vanita Sivamani, and I'm here today with Rachael Pontillo. Rachael, thanks for being with us. We're glad to
thank
have
you so much for having me.
So I also noticed in your online course you talk a lot, you cover a lot of DIYs, so people to make their own skincare products. What's one of your favorite DIYs?
Oh my goodness. Well, just to clarify, in Create Your Skincare, I don't teach DIY in the sense that I'm telling you to go to your kitchen and whip something up in the refrigerator, from the refrigerator. I'm teaching you how to make shelf-stable products from all natural ingredients that rival anything that you would see on even the most high-end spa shelf. I'm teaching you how to make professional skincare with all natural ingredients. So it's DIY in the sense that you're doing it yourself, but it's not DIY in the sense that you're going to the refrigerator. So just to clarify that. But I'm a very big fan of facial oils. I'm a big fan of them because we have such a variety. There's so many different exotic oils out there now that I keep coming into contact with. I have my students who are like, oh, have you used this oil I've never heard of? I'm like, no, I haven't, but now I have to order it because you told me I need to. And I'm amassing quite a collection. But different oils are really beautiful to work with together, to blend together, because they have their own nutrients that marry together, just like when you cook different foods, the vitamins and minerals and essential fatty acids and proteins all marry together and become more effective and more powerful nutritionally than individually. That's kind of, again, back to the synergy, is when you combine the parts, the whole becomes more powerful than the sum of the parts. And it happens with your botanical ingredients too. So I'm a really big fan of facial oils, blending different ones. I love infusing oils with herbs. I am very big into herbalism. I make a lot of herb infused oils. I make my own tinctures and extracts, stuff like that. Teas I like using as skincare ingredients as well. But oils I find to be very resilient. I even have a blog post that says that a facial oil is the only skincare product I travel with, because you can use it as a cleansing oil to remove your makeup, and then you can also use it as a moisturizer. So if you're taking a trip and you don't want to deal with airport security going through every single one of your bags and holding up the little bottles to see if, what it is or whatever, one bottle, good to go. And it's seriously there. I believe there is the right oil and the right oil blend for every person. There's a lot of misinformation about oils clogging skin, oils making acne worse. It's not true if you're using the right oil, but sometimes it does take a few tries before you find the right oil for yourself. But I'm confident that there is an oil for everyone. But I'm a really big fan of that. And then one of my favorite products, we make so many products in the course, it's really not easy for me to pick one. But I'm a really big fan of emulsion cleansers as well, which essentially is a lotion cleanser or like a milk type consistency cleanser. I make a micellar water-based cleanser that is absolutely gorgeous. It's really light, but it removes makeup as effectively as an oil does. So it's really a lovely feel, and your skin just feels really clean and really soft afterwards. And then there's just I call it my exquisite moisturizer. That is the base for every moisturizer that I make. I love it. I've been using it for years, and it's just a formula that I will not live without. And it's an emulsion, which means it contains both water ingredients and oil ingredients, and it does have an emulsifier. It does have a preservative, because you have to have a preservative if the ingredient or if your product has any water at all. But I teach my students how to do that as naturally as possible, and we take safety considerations very seriously in the course as well. So I think those would probably be my three favorites, but it's really hard to tell, because there are times when I'm just messing around in my kitchen and I'll whip something up and I'm like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. And you love your work when every time you do it, you love it more than the last time. So I can never pick just one favorite, but yeah, facial oils, my lotion cleanser, and my exquisite moisturizer. Those are my absolute favorites that I make. And all of those I teach in my course.
Nice. Yeah, those all sound so good. I'm a huge fan of oils as well, so I'm with you. So, so you talked a little bit already about your personal skincare regimen. What, anything you'd add, kind of what does your day look like, morning to evening, that you do for
Okay.
your skin? Yeah.
So What I do for my skin, I'm a really big fan of letting your skin breathe. So I only wear makeup if I'm going to be with clients or if I'm going to be on camera like we are now, or if it's a special occasion. And that's for a couple of reasons. And I know that the no makeup trend is really big these days. And I think that, I mean, I don't believe in makeup shaming at all. If somebody wants to wear makeup, they should wear makeup. If they don't want to wear makeup, they don't have to wear makeup. But I do think it's important to let the skin breathe. And a lot of the makeup that we put on, even if it's a natural cosmetic, does have some ingredients that can form an occlusive barrier on the skin. And that's not always the best thing for it. So I don't put makeup on until I absolutely have to during my day, meaning if I'm going to be on an interview like this, or if I have to go meet with someone. If I am just working at my desk, or if I'm running errands or taking the kids out somewhere, I'm usually not wearing makeup. And part of it is because I want my skin to breathe, but it's also because I've finally gotten to the point with my skin that I love my skin. And it has become a choice for me. For me, it's an expression of freedom that, I don't have to wear makeup to feel like I look good. And that's an important thing for my own mental health, for my mindset, and for my self-image. So by not wearing makeup certain times, it is for me kind of an expression of that relief that I feel that I've found what my skin needs. But it's also, I really do consciously believe in letting the skin breathe. So I start my day off. I don't believe in stripping the skin's natural oils at any time of day. So I usually just start off by rinsing my face with lukewarm water, and then I use a toner, and then I use a facial oil. And then I put makeup on later when I need to, sometimes not at all if I'm having a day where I'm working behind the scenes or I'm just running errands. And then at night, I always remove my makeup with a cleansing oil or a cleansing balm. Sometimes if I have a lot of makeup on, if I've been on camera and makeup has had to be applied. There are some days that I do several interviews in one day and I have to reapply, and sometimes there's layers, and I feel by the end of the day, when you can feel it on your face and it's just like, ah. So I have a cleansing balm formula that I also make that has a little bit extra oomph for kind of getting the layers of makeup off. So I'll start off with the cleansing balm, then I get in a nice shower, then I follow up with a lotion cleanser in the shower. And then after that, I then do my toner, and then I do the emulsion moisturizer, and then I layer with a facial oil on top of the moisturizer. And I always sleep with a lip balm. I can't live without lip balm.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, so what about for people who are just super busy? Maybe they don't have the time to have a full skincare regimen, or what are the kind of the few essentials that people should follow every day if they can?
Always keep it simple. And I say this all the time, and I'm sure you've heard this before, that the most expensive product and the least effective product that you will ever have is the one you don't use. So I always tell people, don't feel pressured to have a million different products in your medicine cabinet or in your vanity. You don't need them most often. Oftentimes when skincare product lines tell you, oh, these products they're designed to work together. So you need this, 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 and this, and you need this for morning, and you need this for night, you need this for the eyes, and you need this for the lips. And that's usually just to sell you more products. It's not because you actually need them. I have so many clients who have incredible skin and who have achieved any skincare goal they've set out for themselves with 2 or 3 products a day. So I think that a cleansing oil is really important. I think a toner is really important, not just for removing any excess oils or debris and rebalancing pH, but it's also nice just to spritz the skin throughout the day for a little extra hydration. We get dehydrated a lot throughout the day just with artificial light and unclean interior air quality. That affects our skin. So just a spritz of toner on a regular basis can be really relieving for that. And then a moisturizer. So if you're someone who likes an emulsion and it's enough for your skin, that might be enough. If it's not enough for your skin because it does partially evaporate, then maybe you're somebody who should stick with either a balm or an oil that's maybe a little bit thicker of an oil, or even like a facial butter. So those are some things to do, but really cleanse, tone, moisturize, that's about it. If you're going to be outside, might consider a sunscreen. I have a pretty conservative approach to sunscreen. I do believe it's necessary, but I also have worked with the Melanoma Research Foundation, and I know a bit about sunscreens and how they're marketed. And I've changed my view on that. I do think it's important, if you know you're going to be out all day, yeah, you need to protect your skin from the sun with sunscreen, but also with protective clothing, and also with, eating enough antioxidant rich foods to help your body become more resilient. But if you're not going to be outside at all, you do not need to wear sunscreen. And I don't want to hear any talk about, oh, you can get it from fluorescent lights and this and that. No, it gets to be overkill, and it is just as important to get vitamin D from the sun as it is to protect your skin from the sun. So I do believe in balance for that. I'm not a believer in synthetic sunscreen ingredients. I do prefer your broad spectrum, either titanium dioxide or zinc oxide based natural sunscreens. And I like when I see those with a blend of natural oils and extracts that also are known for sun protection, but they're not standalone SPF. So that's kind of what I would recommend to somebody just getting started. If you live in a warm climate and you know you're going to be outside, then yeah, you need to invest in a sunscreen. But if you live in a cooler climate, or it's wintertime, or you are inside all the time, which I hope you're not inside all the time, because I think it's important to get outside. But if you're inside all the time, you don't need sunscreen.
So given your experience with both adolescent and adult acne, what advice do you have for viewers who struggle with acne?
Find out what the cause is. It does not matter what you put on the surface. It doesn't matter what treatments you use, what products you use, how much money you spend. It doesn't matter. If you don't find out what's causing it, you are not going to get rid of it. Even if you have a temporary improvement, if you stop using that product and the cause is still present, the acne is only going to come back. And if you've never had acne and you suddenly develop it, that is a clear sign that something has started happening in your body that needs to be addressed. I'm a very big fan of integrative medical doctors, either integrative medical doctors, functional medicine doctors, and naturopathic doctors. These are doctors who are able to do additional diagnostic testing to look for things like food sensitivities, hormone imbalances, and yes, sometimes it is a bigger out-of-pocket expense, but if it means that you're finding out what the problem actually is so that you can eliminate it and never have it again, then that's worth it to me. So always figure out what the cause is, and also look at how you are viewing yourself. Listen to how you're speaking about yourself, because that makes a difference as well.
So what's the most rewarding thing about the work you do?
Oh, well, it used to be helping women like me achieve results that make them feel better about themselves. But it's changed because I do so many more things now. So I was just on a call with one of my students this morning, and she was telling me how what she learned in my course has helped her help her 15-year-old daughter have better skin, has helped her help her 78-year-old father find relief from eczema. I mean, that is incredible, that it's not just when you help yourself, but when you can take what you've learned and help other people that you love feel better about themselves or live a more comfortable life. Because she said she's a dietitian herself. And she even said, my father, he's 78 years old. He is set in his ways. Of course, we could do a whole nutrition cleanup to get rid of the eczema. But let's face it, he's 78. He's not going to do it. Right now, we just need him to be comfortable. So if I was able to teach her something that helped her father have more comfort, I mean, that is incredibly rewarding.
Sure, yeah. So my last question to you is, if you could give our followers one piece of skincare advice, what would it be?
Oh, one piece of advice, my goodness. I think really get to know your skin as an individual and learn how to have a relationship with your skin. Don't shoot the messenger. If something is on your skin, don't get angry at it. Listen to what it's trying to tell you. I always say your skin is your best friend. It's your best messenger. It has your back. Literally, it has your back. Your skin is there to protect you. Your skin is there to cover you, literally and figuratively. So when something is happening to it that you might not like, instead of getting angry at it, instead of shooting the messenger or zapping the messenger or over scrubbing the messenger, listen to the messenger, find out what's going on. You owe it to your skin, you owe it to yourself to figure out what it is that your skin's trying to tell you. So forming that relationship with your skin is really helpful. It could start with a simple smile at yourself in the mirror, an I love you, a touch like, oh my goodness, my skin feels so soft today. Just stuff like that helps to form a positive relationship with your skin and with yourself.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Rachel. It was wonderful
you.
speaking with you and to learn more about the work you're doing and your passion for integrative skincare. It's fascinating. So thank you so much. And for our listeners, if you liked this video, please go ahead and like it, share it, and we hope to see you again soon.